Good evening, everyone. I'm Maura Devlin, and you're tuned into Insight News TV, where we go beyond the headlines to uncover the truths shaping our world. Tonight, we bring you breaking news from a conflict that's threatening to explode across borders. In this bulletin, we'll dive into the heart of Israel's high-stakes confrontation with Hezbollah, raising questions about the future stability of an already volatile region. Stay with us. You won't want to miss what's coming. In a stark and uncompromising statement, Israel's defense minister Yoav Katz has drawn a line in the sand, rejecting any possibility of a ceasefire with Lebanon. With an iron resolve, Katz declared that Israel will not be swayed by calls for peace, not while Hezbollah remains a looming threat just over the border. His message is clear: Israel's fight will not stop here. But what does Katz's refusal actually signify? What's behind this unwavering stance? And why is Israel prepared to escalate knowing the risks involved? Let's break it down. For years, Israel and Hezbollah have engaged in a tense, almost ritualistic display of threats and counter-threats, with the occasional skirmish, reminding both sides of the consequences of full-scale conflict. Yet, in recent weeks, the situation has taken a drastic turn. This isn't just posturing anymore. These are live strikes, real consequences, and every action inches both sides closer to a tipping point. So why is Israel doubling down now? Katz's decision doesn't come lightly. It signals a shift from defense to a bold offense, a preemptive strike against what Israel perceives as an existential threat. For Israel, the stakes are not just about security. They are about survival in a region rife with volatile alliances and relentless adversaries. But what does this mean for the civilians caught in the crossfire? Can Israel maintain its position without risking a humanitarian disaster on both sides of the border? Now let's consider the broader implications. As Katz vows to continue his relentless offensive, regional powers and international allies are starting to pay close attention. Calls for restraint are mounting, and voices from the United Nations to influential world capitals urge diplomacy over destruction. But Katz and his allies remain resolute, suggesting that Israel feels something imminent, a looming threat they believe cannot be left unchecked. So, what could Hezbollah's next move be? Is it possible they're waiting for the right moment to unleash their full force, or are they holding back, hoping to capitalize on international sympathy and condemnation against Israel? Every moment Israel intensifies its strikes, the world watches, waiting to see whether Hezbollah will strike back with equal force, or if this could spiral into an all-out confrontation drawing in regional players, each with their own interests and agendas. And here's the burning question on everyone's mind: where does this end? Are we witnessing the prelude to a larger conflict, a conflict that could ripple across the Middle East, reshaping alliances, destabilizing fragile nations, and drawing in superpowers with stakes in the region? Will Israel's show of strength deter Hezbollah, or provoke them into a catastrophic response? Israel's domestic landscape is divided as well. While many citizens rally behind Katz's hardline approach, others question if this course of action could backfire, leaving Israel even more isolated on the global stage. With pressure mounting internally and from the international community, Israel's government faces a dilemma. How long can they sustain this aggressive stance? Will they be forced to recalibrate, or does Katz believe the only way to ensure peace is through power? As tensions escalate, civilians are paying the price on both sides. Families are living in fear, constantly on edge, wondering if the next strike will be the one that hits home. The cost of this conflict isn't just in military might, it's in lives, in shattered communities, in children growing up in the shadow of war. How many lives will be altered or even ended before there's a resolution? This is Maura Devlin with Insight News TV. Tonight's report has only scratched the surface of a conflict that could reshape our world. If you want to stay informed, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analysis. Join us as we continue to track these pivotal stories, bringing you insight into the events that matter most. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.